we're going to do it. And the way we're going to do it is, I will say company motto, are you ready? And you'll raise your fist and say yes, and I'll say go. And you'll say cherish the spirit, arm extended, create the vision, follow the faith, serve in humility, aja, aja, aja. Okay, so that's how we're going to do it for those of you who are new. Company motto, are you ready?
Yes.
Go! Cherish the spirit, create the vision, follow the faith, serve in humility. All right. Yes. All right. Once again, want to welcome everyone to our Sunday evening call. And we have a very special guest tonight. And we're going to go ahead with the introduction, and then we're going to bring her on. And so I have a picture, and is it Sharon Roadmaster? Is that part right, or is it Star?
Star Master.
Star Master. Okay, little typo. Okay, we have tonight with us Star Master Darlene Leanna, and she's also a member of the Atomy's Leader Club. And so we're going to give her a very warm welcome and let her tell us some things about her, and then let us know whatever's on her heart tonight. So let's give a warm welcome to Star Master Darlene Leanna. All right, Darlene, how are you doing?
I'm doing. Sorry.
Mute myself. Okay, there we go. I'm doing great. How are you?
Uncle Mike, you have to unmute yourself. Uncle Mike, you need to unmute yourself.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So we'll start again. So Darlene, so how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing just fine. We're very happy that you're here, and we just can't wait to just give you the floor and just let you bless us with whatever knowledge you want to share with us tonight, okay?
All sure. Right. Thank you very much. I hope it's a blessing.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that it will. Let's give her another warm welcome, okay? So happy that she's here.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me over to join you tonight. I love to gather with all of you. I've missed you. I see some familiar faces, and some faces I see are new. Do you know if there's any new people here tonight? We might have new people. You never know, right? I think every meeting will have someone new here today. Well, I hope you guys are all staying safe and staying well and healthy, and that you enjoyed your day today. Happy Sunday. I'm going to go ahead and there's just a few points that I'd like to, if people know me, I can talk forever and ever about Atomy. I mean, there's so many things I want to share. But of course, we're probably limited on time. So what time do you guys usually end your meetings?
It usually is over at 7:30. I mean, 8:30.
8:30. Okay. Sometimes I tend to go long. Somebody's probably got to cue me, but I'm going to try to notice what time it is. Okay. And then maybe at the end, I'll leave some time, right? If you guys have announcements or something like that, or some Q&A. Okay.
Maybe some Q&A would be good.
Okay. That would be great. Yeah. There's so many things I want to share. And every time I come on, I feel like there's different points that I want to point out about Atomy. Now, some of you maybe, I see some masterships in here, but then some of you may be new also. When I started Atomy, I know that I needed reminders, right? As we go along towards our goals, sometimes we have hurdles and sometimes we need encouragement. And the most effective thing that I found was when I would speak to like a mentor or just a partner, and to share and get some counseling, right? Get some advice, see if somebody's had this experience before or not, or just get some opinions. Because as we're doing this business, sometimes I felt like, oh, am I the only one? Is this only happening to me? And so sometimes we just have to be open because you realize, hey, this is not only happening to me. I don't always feel like this. Other people have experience. And please be honest and open to ask questions to people, to share your experiences, and allow them, right? Allow them to counsel you and give some suggestions, because that's been the most helpful. Like a lot of people, we study the compensation plan, right? You study the compensation plan, you study the products, and that's kind of like the book work, isn't it? But we can't learn everything from a book. I mean, if Atomy wrote instructions, that book would be so thick. And a lot of people tell me, well, isn't there an instruction manual? Can't I just read something and then I know where to go? And that's not possible, because in real life, you're going to encounter so many different situations, right? We can't cover everything. So that's why you have to get with your team and be open and talk about your experiences, because this is a partnership, isn't it? People think Atomy is an independent business. I don't think it's an independent business. I think it's a partnership. Yeah. So let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. It just helps to remind me of like certain points that I want to make. Okay. See how this is going to work here. Oh. Okay. Can you guys see that? Okay. Yeah, this works here. Trying something here. Hold on. I'm not the most techie person, but okay, let's go. Is this where I started? Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, so what I always like to start with, even if you approach a new person, I always like to get this part out of the way, okay? Some people may be skeptical when you start to introduce Atomy to them. And I've found the best way is to kind of anticipate their questions and kind of get that information out of the way. For example, how many of you have approached someone, okay, and you want to talk about Atomy, and all of a sudden they're like this, they have this wall up, right? They're like, yeah, what do you want to talk about, right? They're defensive. They already have something blocking. So when I talk about Atomy, especially about the business opportunity, I like to get this out of the way at the beginning so that they feel comfortable and that they're not scared. Okay, so I tell them, don't worry. There's no monthly purchase requirements. There's no annual fee or monthly fees. There's no fees at all. You can't lose money doing this business, because as soon as they hear the word business, they kind of get afraid, right? Like business, oh, I don't know about that. I might lose money. I might have to do something that I don't feel comfortable with. So they're not comfortable. How can you talk about your testimony? How can you talk about products if already they're closed, right? Their ears are closed and they're defensive. So try to anticipate their questions and their fears. And then as you start talking about the facts, their defenses start to go down, right? Now they're ready to listen. Okay, that's what I like to do right away. Don't worry, make them feel comfortable. So we talk about, yes, it is true. It really is a righteous marketing plan. There's really nothing, there's nothing wrong. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with Atomy, and there's no risk. It is truly a good-hearted, good-intentioned business. So a lot of times we approach them not as a business person. We start to approach them as a consumer. That's a different approach. But if you start talking about the business, I really want you to make sure at the beginning that they're hearing you and to tell them the benefits right away. This is how I saw it, especially in the beginning. I heard the news about the business opportunity. And I said, wow, this is like being a contractor for a brand that I love. That's amazing, isn't it? Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. This is the basics, and this is how I see it and how I still see it today. And it's not about time, it's about activity. For some of you who have been here for years, you've seen this slide over and over, and you've heard me say this over and over because it is so true. How many times have somebody approached you and said, how long have you been in Atomy? Because they're trying to gauge something, right? They're trying to get a measurement of something. But that's not really the right measurement, in my opinion. You know, it's about how long have you been a member? Or they'll say, how long did it take you to become a sales master? How long does it take you to be a diamond? Well, it's so different depending on the person. There's no one answer for that. In my opinion, there's no one answer. Why? Some people are part-time, right? Some people go full-time right away. Some people are more active. Everybody's situation is different. So my approach is when you want to help someone, you have to customize. You have to customize what you say depending on their situation. You're more experienced than the new person. And so you kind of ask them, what do you do for a living right now? How much time do you have? You know, you're getting information from them first so that you can customize how Atomy is going to fit into their life. I wish it was as easy as just throwing out a template out there, right? And everyone can just follow the same instructions. But what I like to do is I like to customize, and I like to think about how anyone could fit Atomy into their lifestyle, because I really believe they can. But if you're more experienced than them, you have to help them get ideas, right? You can't give them ideas unless you know their situation first. So if you really want to help someone, it has to be customized to their situation. And now it's okay. Now some people say, oh, somebody asked me how long I've been a member. I've been a member a long time and I don't really have much, results. Tell them it's not about time. It's about activity. I registered, I was just a consumer at the beginning, or I registered. I kind of forgot about it for a few months. You could just tell them the truth and be authentic. I think people really appreciate when you're authentic with them. And it helps them to trust you, right? Not every answer has to be impressive. It just needs to be honest. These are some of the things that, this is so key. Focusing. Yeah, you can say you're active because you attend seminars and Zooms and you never miss one, right? But attending a Zoom doesn't mean at the end you learned anything, right? You got to focus. You have to come onto the Zoom with a purpose. Why are you here? Are you here to improve? That means you're trying to get some information. So from the beginning of the Zoom to the end of the Zoom, you should be a little different at the end of every Zoom. You should have improved or learned something at the end of every Zoom. Okay? So, how many times have you known someone, they attend all the Zooms, and yet they have a basic question, right? Maybe they're not paying attention. I do like to ask everyone to turn on the camera. A lot of people don't turn on the camera. I'm not saying they're not paying attention. Some people got kids running around in the background, right? It could be distracting. Or something like that. Something's going on at home, but they still want to attend. But if you really want to focus, it would be good to get rid of all the distractions, because a Zoom is just like attending a seminar in person, or it should be. So we got to focus. Now, not just the Zooms. Everything. What about your goals? If you might have daily goals. I kind of recommend, not just have short-term goals, but you got to put a timeline on it. So you can make a goal every day, and you got to focus on that. Now, constant improvement. This is something that's been one of my keys. Like every time I do something, I kind of, at the end of it, I kind of look back and it's like, how can I do that better next time? Because nothing goes perfect, right? I mean, we're human beings and we're not robots. So probably you can find something that you could have done better in just about every activity you do in Atomy. So think about, I could have done that better, and work on it. I mean, all of us, even the leaders on here, we're constantly learning something new. And sometimes it's not even intentional. Just being active in Atomy, you're going to learn something new all the time. And it's great. It's never the exact same day, is it? When you do Atomy, it's always something different. Now, success is intentional. Success is actually good intention, isn't it? You want to be successful for some good reason. Your personal dream. You know, I spoke about this on the one-day seminar about your dream. Your personal dream should be fueling you every day. That's the fuel, your personal dream. Everyone on here has a different personal dream. We don't know exactly what your dream is. We know a little bit about your dream because you fill out the life scenario, right? And you put your dreams on there. But only you have that personal connection to your personal dream. You feel it. I always say, when you think of Atomy, if you're doing this as a business, right? When you think of Atomy, I want you to think of your personal dream. That word, when I say Atomy, what do you think of? Do you think of a person? Or do you think of if I say Atomy, do you think of one situation? Or maybe you think of a product? I don't want you to think of those things. That personal dream. When I say the word Atomy, I want you to think of your personal dream. Atomy is a way to make your dreams come true. And that's your personal connection to Atomy. Okay, I want to mention something. I don't know if it's going to fit in the time, but think about branding. Okay, think about branding. Like, for example, if I say the word Gucci, right? Do you feel something about that word? Right? It brings up some feeling in you, right? If I say Gucci, what if I say like Louis Vuitton? You feel something. There's something attached. You have personally attached some kind of feeling to that word Gucci, because that's your definition. Louis Vuitton, Chanel. You've attached a feeling to those words. That's called branding. In that word Gucci, it doesn't say anything about luxury or quality in the word, but we've attached that feeling ourselves. In our minds, we've done that. So a good tip is Atomy. We have all kinds of different memories, different situations, right? But guess what? All of you, when I say the word Atomy, probably think of something else because it's personal to you. So let's do branding with Atomy. When we talk to our customers, when we see the word Atomy, what do they think of? They might think of one product, but we want them to love every product. We don't sell product by product, do we? We're actually selling the brand name. So that when a new product comes out, they're like, I don't care what it is. If it has the name Atomy on it, I know it's quality. I know it's good for me. I know the price is the best. Because we're going to come out with new products and new products. I mean, there's so many products in the store right now. You can't sell that one by one. So really what we're doing is branding. Now, let's say the Atomy business. If you're a business person and you hear the word Atomy, it's not just a product now, is it? You make up your own definition and you apply your personal dream to that word. And then you're going to feel that positivity, right? Associated with the word Atomy. I don't want you to attach anything negative to that word because then you're not going to make success. You got to be happy in what you do. You got to love what you do. And I encourage everyone, whatever you're going to do in the next week, I know you might have some goals written down, right? You might have some plans for next week. I want you to have fun when you're doing Atomy. Please. You know, that's how you started, I'm pretty sure. Sometimes things get hard, but have fun when you're doing it because it is fun. Don't forget it. Yes, there might be a small percentage. You know, it might be challenging, right? It might be so difficult. But guess what? Remember, most of the difficulties in Atomy is not about Atomy. Atomy's good. Compensation plan is so good, right? The products are so good. Where does your stress come from? Sometimes relationships, isn't it? People. Why? Because in Atomy, you're going to have so many different types of personalities. Not all your customers, right? You're not best friends with all your customers. I mean, if you do, I mean, that's great. But when your customer group gets so big, when your partner group gets so big, right? It's not like you don't have to be best friends with everybody because so many personalities, right? It's okay. We have to respect one another. Absolutely. Be decent, respect one another, look for the positive in everybody. Of course. But yes, we do have stresses sometimes, or we don't understand the other person, or we introduced Atomy to someone and they didn't get it. Like they didn't see the vision right away. And you're like, how come they don't see this? It's so clear. I see it. How come they don't see it? Well, it stresses us out. But you know what? It's not their time. We don't know why, but we did our job. So remember how you started. Remember how excited you were when you started. Remember how much fun you had in the beginning because it's still here. It's just we have to choose to enjoy it. So whatever you do in the following week, enjoy this. It's a great lifestyle. All right. Sometimes we have to remember to have a little fun sometimes and be determined. You know, don't let little things distract you from the main purpose. Okay. Focus on your goals. Follow the path to success. Follow the footsteps. Okay. And go straight. Now, follow the footsteps. Let me define that a little bit too. Following the footsteps doesn't mean you're going to turn into that other person. You can't. You're you, right? Like footsteps in the snow. Hey, there's some tracks. I'm going to put my foot in there. Why do I have to, walk really hard in the snow when there's already footsteps there? Follow the footsteps. All it means is we're all going in the same direction. Doesn't mean you put your foot in that footstep and all of a sudden you're going to turn into that person. I don't want to be that person. You're never going to turn into someone else. You're you. Follow the footsteps. We're all going in the same direction. That's all that means. Okay. This is how I see it. Atomy, we offer solutions. That's why I see it so good. I love it. I love finding solutions to problems. I love helping other people find solution to problems, right? That's a good thing. We're doing good out there. Life and business. Some people can, some people can separate their work from their personal life. I've never been able to do that because to me, it's all life, isn't it? Some people are good at it. Maybe that's your technique. And I want to say something here. What I'm saying today is just what I do, how I see. Now, some leaders, some mentors, maybe they'll say something different. That's okay. Everybody has a different style. And number one, not everybody runs the business the same. And that's a fact. We don't run the business the same. Is the compensation plan the same? Yes. Is the system the same? Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. But your technique your technique on how to reach those goals is different because you're different. You got a different style, things like that. It's all right. You got to fit you got to find what fits with you. But yes, compensation's the same. So I'm just saying from my perspective, if there's no, well, he's wrong and she's right. There's really nothing like that. Okay. As long as it's within the policies and everything. But I have to do the business that I feel comfortable with. And so I'm just sharing certain points with you. Okay. From myself. I can't separate my work from my life. I have to mix it. And in Atomy, I found a great career, a great lifestyle, something that I can do that's meaningful, and something that I can have fun with. I like the lifestyle. I hope you do too. All right, I'm going to skip a few of these. Now, can you raise your hand? How many of you saw the one-day seminar, the company one-day seminar Zoom? Okay. Well, we had a little technical difficulty during that time, unfortunately. And it was in the middle of my speech. So I was like, oh, why did that happen? You know, when you work so hard and then something unfortunate happens that's totally out of your control. How many of you have ever had that kind of experience? It happens, doesn't it? It really happens. Well, I got a bunch of texts and, thank you everybody for the nice message. Oh, Darlene, you did a great job. I really appreciated that support after that experience. I really appreciate you for doing that and reaching out. But I was like, I don't think they got my message because of the technical difficulties. Well, that night I was like, man, it was a video recording, by the way. I think some of you noticed it was a recording. I was like, man, we had to do retakes on that thing. And oh man, all of a sudden there's technical difficulties right at my part. Well, after your initial feeling, okay, we're human beings. So of course it felt disappointing. But after that, you know what I told myself? What I tell myself every time. When you do something really good, you put your heart into it, right? It's not your fault that thing happened. It was out of your control. I said, well, there must be a big blessing coming. That's what I tell myself. You always got to find the positive in every challenge. You always got to turn that around. You can't stay in there for that long. It's not your fault if you have emotions and you have feelings. We're human beings. But how long are you going to stay in it, right? So I said, man, that's all right. There must be a big blessing coming. And when you expect the blessings, it comes. And there was a big blessing afterwards. So I want to encourage you. Try that. Next time you're really disappointed, you tried your best, and something happens that's out of your control. Remember, say, well, maybe there's a big blessing coming your way. I want to point out just a couple of things here. Not everyone on this Zoom right now is new. Some of you are leaders already. And some of you are trying to work with some partners and trying to build a team already, right? So what this says is your behaviors, your actions are a demonstration of what you believe. So remember, your partners, when you're observing your partners and maybe you're trying to find someone who's serious about the business, sometimes we can't just believe words, right? We can't just believe what people say. So sometimes they're saying it because they do believe it. They want it. Well, I want to be sales master next. Okay. I want to do this. I want to be the next diamond. I want to be sales master. I want to do this business. But then the actions don't match the words, right? Well, you know what? It's because they're speaking words of what they want. But actually, it might not be the right time for them, right? That's why the actions don't really match. They're saying what they want, not exactly what they're going to do. So their actions and their behaviors speak more and show you more than their words do. Now, remember, everyone here, if you have a downline, you are not just a partner. If you have a downline, you're a sponsor too. We always got to remember that, right? We're a partner and a sponsor. So we got to look at it from both ways. So sometimes it's not giving them, let's say you give somebody instructions and they didn't follow through with their words. And you say, why didn't they do it? You know, they told me they were going to do it. Why didn't they do it? Well, I want you to look at the belief. The belief might not be there. Yes, they're saying the words, but if the actions don't match, there's something wrong with the belief. Maybe they're still skeptical. Maybe you need to ask them, is there anything you want to ask me? Are you worried about anything? Do you have any concerns? You know, counseling is a big part of this business because it's a people business, right? Now, I think most of us know this. You go to the website, you see the points. Okay, here. You know, during the one-day seminar, I didn't have much time to kind of like go into detail because I had to cover a certain amount of points, right? This is one of the things that really opened my eyes up to the business. When I heard the compensation plan, and they said, well, you have to make like 2 consumer groups, one on the left, one on the right. And people use the products, and that's how you get points. But then they said, it's unlimited. I was like, unlimited? I mean, have you heard from other, let's say, this used to be true. There was a cable company, right? There was a cable company saying that, oh, you'll get $10 if you refer people to me. It was never unlimited. Every kind of like referral program or rewards program, there's always a limit. You can only refer 10 people or you can only refer 5 people within a certain amount of time. But in Atomy, they said it was unlimited. Do we really understand what that word means? That is amazing. Not only that, but when they said that when somebody buys a product, let's say all the way at the bottom, those points float up all the way to the top and deposits into everyone in between. I was like, what? From one purchase? That's amazing. So some people say, well, you know, that's why the people at the top only benefit. Nope. Because there's another thing. When you introduce a referral, you got to add that person to the bottom of the line, isn't it? So when you add that person to the bottom, you just helped everyone above that person. That's so incredible. The details of this compensation plan, I just don't know if people understand. It's amazing. And so fair, because I saw it as mutual benefit too. That's great. Now, as I started to learn about mastership and bonus, and let me tell you, everybody does mastership different. Some groups, I don't think there's any one group that's like totally the same when they do mastership. Okay. Because it depends. It depends who's the upline. What's the downline look like? Right now, everybody's downline is so different. Your downline's not the same as somebody else's downline too. Right? So that's why we got to be flexible in this business. But as I started to learn about masterships and things like that, you know, I don't want the word help. It's like, oh, they helped me. You know how many different variations of help there is? Yeah. I mean, when we say our sponsor helped us, it doesn't always mean one thing. We help in so many different ways, and we should help in so many different ways. Now, I will admit, when I started Atomy, my line started to grow with Korean people, and I don't speak Korean. Okay. My first language is English. My only language is English, but I understand some Korean, like baby talk only, right? So I had met my cousin met some people and they were Korean speaking. So I had to ask my upline for help because my upline's Korean. So they helped with the Korean group. That was the way they helped me. They worked a lot on that. And I felt so guilty because I'm like, I don't know how to help them. I don't speak the same language. What can I do? So actually, my downline motivated me. Not only my sponsor was pushing me or something like that, my downline motivated me. I said, oh, I feel so grateful. You know, I feel obligated to help them, but how do I help? I'm brand new. There was no English meetings at the time. I was having a hard time understanding the compensation plan. We didn't have PowerPoints. We had nothing. We had no PowerPoint at the time too. So I was slow to learn. I was really slow at the beginning. I was less than part-time. I wasn't even part-time. I was less than part-time. I was learning really slow and everything. So what I did was I was motivated by my downline. I said, you know, I got to develop myself because I want to be a better help to my team. But I'm not valuable right now. What can I do? Sometimes they know more than me. So I use that as encouragement to develop myself, to find something that I could give back to them. So whatever motivates you, use that as your fuel, make yourself better, improve yourself somehow, right? Look at yourself. Where do you need improvement? Maybe you need to do presentations. Maybe you need to know how to approach new people. Whatever you need to improve on, put that on your goals too. And then global. When we started to open countries a lot faster, man, it was really slow at the beginning. But as they started to open countries, the company got more experienced and they opened countries faster. We started getting new products faster. Sometimes we'd only get one product a year in the beginning. Can you imagine that? We're getting so many new products faster now. Everything in Atomy just gets better and better. This is so incredible. It's so good for people. Equal opportunity. You know, you got freedom here. You can climb the ladder. No one's stopping you. Only you stop yourself. Third, what you build here can last beyond your lifetime. And when somebody pointed out, hey, what about doctors? You know, doctors spend half their life in school and then they get a great job. Can they inherit their career to their kids? No. Like, if anybody becomes successful in life, right? They got a great position. Can you inherit your position? Most of the time, no. But in Atomy, what you're building here will last beyond your lifetime. I know some of you know that already, but I think this is a really incredible thing to tell people. Set your goals and make action steps. Now, time goes by really fast. You know, the years go by, right? We're not getting any younger. We're the youngest right now we'll ever be, okay? So we need to start making sure we set our goals and we're focused. We're headed in the same direction so that we're going straight. Why not? You get there faster doing that, right? I like that Atomy made a pin for auto sales masters. I think that's so good. You know, not everything's the title, but we're really here for residual income, isn't it? Now you can't get the bonus without a title. That's true. But we want that to be consistent, residual income. I want that for all of you. You know, when I talk to a new person, right? Sometimes telling them, man, your goal should be imperial. Well, sometimes they get freaked out, you know, they're like, oh, that's too far away, you know, imperial. But I tell them, your goal is to become an auto sales master where you're getting residual income of a minimum $2,000 a month, because that's really going to change everyone's life. And it's true. When I started this business, My mentor was telling me, oh, you got to tell yourself you're going to make 10,000 a month. Like some of you who know him, he used to say this all the time at the beginning. Tell yourself you're going to make 10,000 a month. Tell yourself you're going to make 10,000 a month every day. He's like, I tell my wife, we're going to make 10,000 a month. Well, honestly, when I came in the business, I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I can make 10,000 a month. So I was like, I heard about Auto Sales Master and I'm like, I'll shoot for 2,000 a month. I think that's more attainable to me because I didn't dream big. But I was like, if I could have residual income of 2,000 a month, that would really change my life. So I set my goals on that. And I realized maybe not everyone will make it to Imperial because they don't dream big enough, right? I do tell new people, your goal, your first big goal is to get that pin, that Auto Sales Master pin. But I never tell them to dream that small. I'm like, that's just the first pin, right? But at least they shoot for that. Imagine when people get that pin and they become an Auto Sales Master, man, they are so motivated. Their momentum speeds up after that. They might not be able, maybe Imperial's too far for them to imagine, but Auto Sales Master is not that far for them to imagine. They was like, yeah, I think I can do that. And when they see other people who have it, who have the pin, right, who are an Auto Sales Master, and they're like, that person, I can do that. If that person can do it, I can do it. I want us to get together. I want us to, have exposure to other people. Because when they see that you're real, right, and when you show you're human, they're like, man, if that person could do it, I could do it too. I don't want any of the leaders to intimidate anyone. We are human beings. Yeah, I might have a nice virtual background. Okay, I might have dressed up today, but I'm just a normal human being. I'm just a person just like you. And especially remember, every leader started as a new person. We were new learning the compensation plan for the first time. We were new trying out products for the first time. We all started the same. And we're just trying to give back to you guys now to say, don't take as long as us. Because I wish I would have focused more in the beginning. I wish I didn't waste time in the beginning. And you guys can go faster than me. Absolutely. Man, you guys have so much now. You got more products, more system, more sponsors who are helping you and holding your hand. Wow. You guys are in a great place. And I'm here for you too. But I hope those of you who don't have the Auto Sales Master pin, that is your goal. You got to do smaller goals first, right? You got to do smaller goals before you do the mastership so you can build your muscles, right? Doing your small goals is like building strength. How are you going to run a marathon? You don't even jog yet. Okay. So get your activity, get your experience, start building your Atomy strength. Because guess what? When you start to build your Atomy strength, trust me, it gets easier. If you're struggling right now, this is the hardest part. It does get easier because you got strength, because you got endurance, because you got experience. That's what's beautiful about Atomy. The hardest part's the beginning. If you think of other companies, though, it's the opposite, isn't it? You start in another company, people think, oh, it's easy. And then as they try to climb up, it gets so difficult. And then it becomes impossible for some. And then they quit. That's why a lot of network marketing people, oh, I've done 6 companies. I've done so many companies. I've been 10 companies. Well, think about it. Why? Because they started it good, but as they tried to climb up, too hard. Flip that now for Atomy. It's flipped. The hardest part's the beginning. It gets easier because you got momentum. This system was built, I feel like it's built for human beings, right? It understands human nature. It understands how human beings feel and think and their abilities. It's thank God for Chairman Park. Thank God for everybody in Atomy who's working behind the scenes, all the employees. I mean, they're doing a lot of work to help the members become successful. And, you know, like I said let me check the time here. Like I said at the one-day seminar, a global business for free. I mean, if any of you know business, try to establish a business and try to make that thing go global. That's a huge capital investment. And we have Atomy, and they're like opening countries for us. That's amazing. And that is like priceless. That's amazing. I mean, a free global business. I hope that you share your feelings about Atomy. If you love Atomy, share that love, you know, share your heart with other people. Because when I do that, I know I'm not hurting them at all. I am giving them a blessing. It's really up to them to accept it or reject it, but at least we did our part, right? And then we remind them, we show them what we're doing, because really that's helping people. I really feel that as we do Atomy, we're helping people. And this can really change their life. Now, some of you leaders, you have your partners. Aren't you so happy when they're happy? I have partners now who are full-time. They love this lifestyle. They're improving their life. I mean, it makes me feel so good. I think that's why, too, those Imperial Masters, they continue because this is a great lifestyle. Let me see what else I have here. Okay, that's all. But, you know, I hope something I said meant something to you. And I'm going to open up to some Q&A. Okay. Let me stop sharing the screen. How do I do this now? Okay, there we go. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Okay, let's give her a warm welcome. Thank you so much. All right. So let's open up with the time that we have left. Let's open up for questions. If anyone has any questions that you would like to ask Star Master Darlene, she is our upline. She is up there. Thank you, Sherry Lee, for sending me that information. I didn't know that until today. And so good to, you know, I've seen you on the calls before for, you know, some time and talk to you. Hello here, there. And
yeah, I know, Uncle Mike.
Yeah, so good to know that you're in our upline. So this is our big sister. So if you want to ask her something.
I'm glad you didn't say grandma, because, you know, some people be like mom, grandma, great grandma. I'm like, sister. Okay, that's good.
I think Craig seemed like he got something on his tongue. He want to say something.
Hi, Craig.
Hey,
thank you for the nice message about the ODS.
Oh, yes. We are so blessed that even we miss ODS, but we got you here, right? Darlene was such a nice person. I met her back in Seattle first time, I think, when we went to the Auto Sales Master workshop. And she came to Charlotte with Jason one time. And she's such inspirational speaker. And I love what you say, everything about Atomy tonight. We are here to make Atomy an international brand, not just a United States. It's an international brand name that everybody later they sees the Atomy logo, they will know that is an absolute quality, absolute price company. Now people can join a free membership and purchase a great product that everybody needs. They don't even have to think about it. They don't even have to compare the price, right? So that was a great way to describe Atomy. And I think everybody joined the meeting here tonight or this morning. We all need to work together, okay? Trust our company, trust our leader, believe in the company, and let's all make the Atomy a #1 company in the world, Okay. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Craig. Craig is also our upline. This is our big brother. Okay. All right. So I want y'all to know that we're not only brothers and sisters, but we got some big brothers and some big sisters. You see that they're wearing those pins. Okay. Darlene shared with us all those different pins. You can see he has one. Okay. So that is good. So if you have questions, the reason I'm saying this is because we have people that have done it. We have people that are doing it. So if you want to know how, we have people in place. Okay. They are here to help you. Okay. I'm serious. They are here to help you.
Yes.
Any questions?
No, I want to say, I do remember that time I did meet Craig for the first time. Like, I saw him, I knew about him, and we just made Auto Sales Master. And back then there was an Auto Sales Master workshop. So him and I were just sales masters, like auto sales masters. You know, I was so happy. I was like, oh, I made it. You know, I was like, oh, I made it. My dream came true. I was so happy. And then after that, more success and more success. It's so incredible. And I'm glad to share that kind of history with somebody like Craig. He's a great leader. Thank you so much. Great person too. Okay, sorry, your question?
All right. Does someone have a question?
Yes, I do. Hi, my name is Grace Arias from Atlanta Center. Thank you so much for your lecture today. Darlene, I learned a lot, and I actually can relate with you so much because I joined Atomy in 2019 in November, and I was just a consumer at the beginning. And not until a year later, like November 2020, when my best friend Raylan actually reeled me in and actually kind of opened my eyes into the business side of Atomy. So now my question is, when you're inviting a person, you mentioned earlier, you're kind of like the same as a consumer at the beginning. So when you invite someone, would you focus first into as a consumer, because we have great products, or to the business? Or when would you introduce the business part of it?
Okay. Well, first, I'd like to say that for everyone here, think of your downline. Think of your members. Don't you have many different kind of members in your downline, right? Sometimes I like to say we have different categories, right? For myself, I kind of have to think of it in like categories. So some members are just consumers, right? Some just want to use the product. Some consumers, they don't even want points. Okay? Then we have those kind of people. And let me make a point real quick about consumers. Okay? Yes, other network marketing companies, they say, forget about the consumers. Look for the leaders. Forget about them. They're not going to be anything. But that's not how we approach people in Atomy. We love everybody who uses our products. We should be thankful to everyone. Now, we do have consumers, and a lot of your downline, probably most of your downline, are just consumers. And that's not a bad thing to me. I mean, if you look at the statistics, okay, the company doesn't want me to mention like exact numbers because the numbers fluctuate from year to year. But kind of an average of 90% of all the memberships in Atomy are simply consumers. And is that a bad thing? People are like, oh, that's not good. Is Atomy a stable company? Yes. They are a stable company because they have a foundation of consumers, loyal consumers who cannot use anything else after they use Atomy products, just like me. I can't use anything else now. My standards have been like here, you know what I mean? So a lot of the members in Atomy are consumers and they have a stable business. So I I said to myself, if I want a stable business like the Atomy company, I need to have a base of a lot of consumers, right? So that's okay. I say thank you to any consumer who uses Atomy products. Now, the other category we have in our downline is kind of like, we call them business people, but I consider it kind of like casual business people, right? They just want to do the business every once in a while. They want to check every once in a while. Very, very casual. They don't know about deadlines. They don't know about challenge periods, right? They just want some cash back. And they like the social community, right? They like to get orders, right? But it's not like they're holding hands with leaders or anything. They're casual business people. Now, then we have the other category, the third category, mastership climbers. They're not satisfied with $500 extra a month or $100 or $60 check. They're like, I want to retire with this. I want to get rid of all my money worries. I mean, I don't want any money worries. Like, I have big goals. I need to make a lot. I want to make $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month. These are mastership climbers. They have a long-term vision. They have a big dream. Okay. So you're going to have all the different types in your downline. And we say thank you to everybody because they're using the products. Now, when you approach someone, it depends. It depends. Do you know that person? Well, like I said, you have to customize what you say, right? Depending on who you're talking to. Like when we approach a new person, they're not a robot, right? Sometimes we know about them. Sometimes we don't know about them. Like, I met somebody at the airport. Okay. I don't know anything about this person. She said something nice about my shoes. I was waiting for the plane. She said something nice about my shoes. And I looked at her and I said, well, she likes to talk to people. So I'm going to talk to her about Atomy. So when you don't know someone, I talk about my testimony. I say, hey, I'm headed here. Or like, I happen to be headed toward, to travel for Atomy. So I would say like, oh, where are you going? Like, oh, are you going to this time? And I said, and then she asked me, what about you? I'm like, well, I'm going to speak for a seminar. So I had a little leeway to talk about Atomy. Okay. And I shared about what I do, why I do it, right? How I started. So basically, I shared my vision. And for you, whoever you're approaching, you got to be flexible with it. So be prepared. Now, how do you prepare? Do you read a script, an elevator speech every time for each person? No. You become an Atomian. You identify why you're here. You fall in love with this, right? And then when you're so happy and so in love with what you do, it just comes out. Yes, you can introduce a product. Let's say, I mean, it depends. If they're a woman or a man, right? You can introduce a product first, of course. But I always introduce the opportunity because myself, I saw the vision in the compensation plan. I saw the vision for my life, right? So it depends on your style. But don't be afraid to talk about the opportunity. Don't be afraid to talk about the business. Okay? A lot of people who have never done a business before, I have had this as well. I had members, they think of the word business as bad because they've attached the wrong definition to the word business. If somebody's afraid of business, I don't want to have anything to do with the business, then we need to educate them on what business is. Even a hospital is a business. It's one of the biggest businesses, but they don't do bad things, right? So there are good businesses. Now, you could say opportunity if you don't like the word business, but basically, it's a tool to make your dreams come true. Whatever words feel comfortable to you, like I'm an entrepreneurial spirit. I don't mind talking about business, but some people can't talk like me. So you got to find whatever you feel comfortable with. But the point is, this is an opportunity of a lifetime and it can really improve people's lives. So thank you. I hope that was good enough answer
Thank
for
you so much. Thank
Okay,
you so
good.
much.
Thank you very much, Grace, for asking that question and letting us know that you started out as a customer. A lot of people, and when I talk to people, they say, I just want to be a customer. I tell them we love customers, okay? Because we know they're going to do the same thing you did down the road. Most of them is that they want to be a part of it. Well,
And, if they're in the category, they don't stay there, right? That's just right now. So you can make your plans and make your goals. But I mean, once customers fall in love with the products, they do hear about the opportunity. And when they're watching you, they will become interested in the opportunity as well.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. We appreciate it, Star Master Darlene. Sherry Lee, do we have any announcements? Because I believe that this Tuesday at 2:00 p.m. Eastern time, I think there's going to be 2 new products.
Yes, Uncle Mike. Let me share the screen. Can you see my screen?
Shortly. It's getting warm. It's getting warmer.
Let me see. First, I want to thank you, Star Master Darlene, to come here to share the amazing speech. Yes, the first time I met her is the Auto Sales Master class, and I remember she was Diamond Master on that time. So, and then we have the second time, the Auto Sales Master workshop, and then she was a Sharon Rose Master. So every time I met her, she promote one time. Yeah, so hope next time I see her, she will be Royal Master, right?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, thank you so much. And yes, our announcement, how can I make this bigger? Okay. Yes, Uncle Mike, you're right. We have a new product coming, and this one is a cream mist. And I don't have it here with me, but I've been using this product for I finished almost four bottles right now. I have been ordered from Taiwan, asked my mom to ship to me, and I've been using every single day, day and night, night and day. I just love this product. So you must buy this product. It's I can say this 3-second beauty water I'm using also, the rose rim mist I'm using also, but I've really loved the cream mist better than the other two, but I used all three at the different time. But the cream mist is, you cannot miss it. You have to try this. Okay, the second product is the sheet laundry detergent. I think this is, everyone will love it.
Yes.
Your customer, everybody will be so excited. I already showed some of my customers. They're so excited this product is coming.
You use this already too?
No, I didn't use that. I don't have a connection for that one. And also, I want to remind everyone our new product, Synergy Ampule. If you finish the bottle, I have a member. You can keep that. When you finish the bottle, sometimes you go travel or vacation, you can put the essential oil, the toner or essence. That'd be great. Carry it everywhere when you go, so you don't have to carry all the big bottles. So just give you a suggestion. And this is the way you use it. And remember the number 2, when you push that, shake it, leave it for at least 2 hours to use it. Don't use right away. So I usually suggest every bottle I would wait for at least 1 hour, especially the first one. Still, if you use right away, they are not really they're not really mix well, so it's better you sit there for like a half hour or 1 hour. And I know the number 2, they usually suggest leave for 2 hours and then use it. And this is a few of the testimony from my member before and after. So if you use this, please take a picture and share with us next time. So you can see here the neck, they use for 4 months. Before and after is a big difference. So you must try this product. Okay, another great news. We have, if you know anybody have acne problem, this is you see the right-hand side is the whole set. And the company is doing the cleanser, buy 2, get 1 free, the foam cleanser for the acne customer. So if anybody using this product, it's a great time to purchase on next Tuesday, I believe, right? Next Tuesday. Okay, and before we start the company model, just want to remind everyone, build your gratitude. Today, Star Master Darlene is share all the information. When you think about Atomy, think about something you'll be grateful. Thank you for all the good product, good price, our sponsor, our customer, our downline. Always be the reason someone smiles. So this is just remind everyone, always be grateful. Our new business Atomy. Thank you so much, Uncle Mike. Back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Sherry Lee. Let's give another round of thank you to Star Master Darlene. Darlene, thank you so much for sharing that good, valuable information. Okay, company motto, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Go!
First is
First,
respect.
the vision.
Follow the faith.
Follow the
Serve in humility.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Darlene.
Thank you, Darlene.
Thank you. Appreciate you all.